What's up, Sound Minds? What's up, everybody? Nice to see people jumping in here. In just a minute, I'm going to be walking up on the downtown King County Public Health COVID-19 screening location. This video is going to be a follow-up to a video that happened like 2 days ago, where I was here with Auditing the USA, and they called the police. Police responded about 6 deep and tried a bunch of intimidation. So what I'm gonna do is I just have my camera here today, and I'm just gonna set the camera in public facing the screening location, and maybe stay for about an hour. See how many people come and go from the checkpoint, or the screening, I mean, and see how many people are working. I'm not gonna approach anyone. I might film some of the drive-up stuff. We're about 2 minutes away. I don't know if you guys have seen the live stream or not, but it was very crazy. It was one of the wildest live streams. I haven't put my footage up yet, so there's nothing to reference, for this follow-up. It should be up in the next couple days. It's pretty epic. They broke social distancing, all the staff members. They started sticking their phones in my face. Called 911. This is it right here. And just see what we see. This is the security guard that called 911 last time. So I'm just gonna set my phone right here. Make sure it's set up correctly. See how many people come and go. And we're just gonna do a little narration here. We'll be filming everything. So yesterday, or not yesterday, but it was 2 days ago, we came to this same exact spot. You see this is an alleyway right here. We sat against the wall right here. This is the furthest point you can get away. There's also a public sidewalk over there. And we sat here, and we were immediately approached by this guy right here, and he called police, and the police responded. They were very aggressive and rude, and this guy who's on the phone right here is probably making a phone call about me right now. He said that the Constitution is invalid because of COVID-19, and I told him that it was a civil right, but he didn't care. He said that we were violating people's civil rights by filming in public. So, there you go. How you doing, Noli D? Yeah, so these guys, they didn't care about the civil rights that do exist. They only cared about the civil rights that don't exist. The made-up rights, the made-up privacy concerns. You watched it, full of tyrannical behavior, yeah. Well, my footage is a little bit different than the footage gathered by Auditing the USA. He kind of was surrounded by the police a lot more. You know, he's a bit more abrasive than I am, and I think the police know that. And they were on his ass big time, but the police did get in all of our faces. They tried to force us onto the property. They said that we would be arrested if we entered the property, and then they were trying to essentially force us with their bodies onto the property, like blocking our path. So the only way we could move around was to walk onto the property. It was pretty crazy. So I'm gonna leave my camera here. Whoops. This is a 50mm lens. It catches it's gonna catch everything pretty much that's going on. Let's see what I'm looking at here. It'll catch all the people that walk up. It'll catch everything. I'm gonna show you the line. So this is where cars pull in right here, and they're supposed to pull in and stay in their car. If you're gonna walk up. Now, I might actually go on this property. This is county property, it's public property. But we were told the other day not to go on the property or we'd be arrested. This is where you wait for someone if you're just on foot. And please stay 6 feet away. This is the door where all the staff members were coming out. When we got here the other day, the checkpoint looked exactly like this. It was pretty much empty. There was nobody here. As soon as we started filming, people started streaming out of the building, looking out of the windows up here. And, you know, no one was reasonable, as usual. So we're just gonna stay here and film. The guy has already made a couple phone calls. I don't know if it's about us or not, but I wouldn't doubt that. You see, there's nobody here. There's another entrance on the other side. Now this guy right here, this guy, the skinny guy, both these guys work for Allied Security, Allied Universal. And, you know, after they called and they wanted our rights violated, I started telling them, you know, your ancestors are spinning in their graves, and that really pissed him off. And he came up like he wanted to fight, and the big guy there had to pull him away. And if you notice here, Seattle's a very white city, but all the people here that wanted to violate civil rights the other day were almost all black people. It's sad. Yeah, new patients. All right, I'm gonna read the chat now if you guys want to say anything to me or. Very quiet today, no approach. Racist city too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to tell him, I tried to explain to him, you know, very clearly and politely. Actually, this big guy right here who came up, he was the first guy that came up, this guy, and he was real friendly at first, and we told him our intentions. We told him, you know, that we just planned to stay here for a couple minutes, film the site and see what happens. You know, and truly when we walked up, I don't think you can see it from Glenn's live stream, but because he didn't live stream that part, but when we walked up, hi Chi-Town Sue, were you Nomad's friend? No, I wasn't Nomad's friend. I never met him personally, and I was a subscriber to his channel. I knew that he was up here in Washington State for some time. I'm sorry to hear that he died. But when we were here the other day, we told them we were just going to be here for a minute. And when we walked up, like I said, it was pretty much like this, you know. Like there was nobody here, there was no patients, just probably 10 staff members and security just standing around doing nothing. And we were like gonna leave. We were thinking, okay, this is gonna be a bust. We're just gonna be here for, you know, a couple minutes, and then we're gonna have to leave because nothing's gonna happen. And boy, were we wrong. Yeah, they have to look down at their jacket to spell it, probably. You know what's funny is that everyone's talking about HIPAA. They start going crazy about HIPAA, you know how they always do. Hi, Becky. Plandemic. Yeah. So it looks like these guys might have learned their lesson not to approach. Uh, I'm actually pretty far away here. You know, I'm all the way across the alleyway. I'm sitting down. I can take you and walk around to show the front in a little bit. So, you know, for anyone who's wondering, and I'll just reiterate here, the first thing the security guard said here when we came yesterday was that it's very, very dangerous and it's not safe to be here, and that he was just looking out for our security. And then when the people came streaming out of the building, out of this door over here, the first thing they did was walk up, get in our personal space, and stick their phones in our face, and I'm talking 1 inch from my face. A lady came out in a pantsuit, and she stuck her phone 1 inch from my face. It just looks like we have one entry. It looks like the guy might be warning him, you know, like, might not want to come in here or something. When people come in and park in these spots, I will walk up a little closer. I have no interest in getting the people's license plates or their faces or their information, but I will walk up to this white line you see on the ground where the parking spaces are. This guy's gonna walk through. It looks like he probably works there. Yeah, and another thing that happened was one of the doctors or nurses came out of here, and he walked from over there to over here, and he said, "We're just trying to do our job, and you're approaching us trying to stop us." So that's interesting because I'm here trying to do my job, and he walked all the way over here to try to stop me. And here, let me wait for this truck to pass. Yeah, so I'm over here trying to do my job, and he walked all the way over here to try to stop me. And as soon as he got over here, he said I was trying to stop him from doing his job. Meanwhile, I'd never approached him, never said anything to anyone. It's all projection, and you see, this is them creating the privacy they desire, and that's perfect, you know? Here's our first patient. Yeah. I'm gonna walk around now to the front, and I'll show you the front, and we'll see what happens. Grab my camera because I'm definitely not leaving it here for them to take. And they will take it, of course. Yeah. This is the guy who violated his ancestors yesterday. Sell out. It's pretty disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. But he's not. You know, I know it's kind of rude to say that they violated their ancestors and whatnot, but it's true, man. It's true. People died. People sacrificed. People suffered through slavery. People suffered through the civil rights movement and Jim Crow and all these different things. And as soon as anything happens, you know, a little bit of a virus, or a big virus, whatever you want to call it, you know, they want to violate it right away. This is the front of the building. Public Health Seattle King County Downtown Public Health Center. 206-477-8300. It's pretty much kind of not much going on. Here's the guy who was just in the back, you know. He's probably going to be hiding down there. They're definitely going to be calling the police right now because yesterday the police told them that if we came back or if we did anything to immediately call them. So that's probably what they're doing. If you watch the live stream, or when you watch my footage when I put it out, you'll see it was pretty crazy. Hopefully things start flattening more soon and we have the worst amount of cases in my neighborhood. Already New York City, yeah, I know it's been bad over there. I do have questions about the numbers, of course, and I don't trust the media at all. They're liars. You know. Here's this lady, see, she's coming out. I missed her, but she's like, they're pretty much scared of the camera. How you doing, sir? You know, and I say this all the time, but I would never treat these people here like they treated me yesterday. Now, I would film them, and you know, that might be an unpopular thing to do, but I would never get in their face. I would never stick a camera in their face, as they like to say. You know, I would never do anything like that. But they'll do it. They're gonna have to close this whole thing off if they don't want me to see. And they're taking the picture. Look at this guy. Now, they always engage in the behavior that they object to. Yeah. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay here. Maybe an hour. I see it's been 18 minutes. Worrying about people's feelings gets people killed. Hell yeah, it does. It gets people killed. Got some walk-up testing sites here. I'm gonna reposition my camera. Oh, here's some breakfast. I'm putting my good camera on this little ledge right here. And it's still recording. Yeah. I'm with friends with a doctor in New York City and nurse here in Seattle. Had a candid conversation with them about it, and I could see why people have their doubts. Yeah, I was looking at the CDC website, and the CDC website was saying that, oh, I'm gonna go film this. The CDC website was saying that there was 60,000 deaths at one point. That was on May 30th. On the next day, the 1st, there was marked as 30,000, you know? Also, we'll be coming out with some other videos. The same day that we did this screening area, we did the polyclinic, and we did another hospital, private hospitals, and the result was totally different. As you can imagine, the polyclinic was very respectful. They answered questions. They let us walk right up to the point. They'd never even dreamed about calling the police. And the same thing with the other hospital. And the main difference between that is that this place is run by the government, and the other places are private hospitals. I'm going to turn the camera away from these people and talk to them. Yeah, they're kind of nervous. They don't want me filming the people, and I don't want to film the people either. More people coming. Yeah, but those here we go, cam back. Was this currently live? Description says was filmed under heavy surveillance. Yeah, that's just a joke. It's a joke in the past tense, It's a joke about cameras everywhere. This guy right here in the face mask, he's getting a little triggered. He's done like 5 cam backs already. Yeah, look at this. They're bringing out all these privacy shields. So that's good. That's like that's exactly how it should be. Here's the civil rights violator, guy who said the Constitution doesn't matter, and said that only civil rights that don't exist matter. That's very odd. I tried to explain it to him. When I put out my footage, you'll see I filmed the thing from the very beginning, and you'll see, here's another cam back here. You'll see that they're just like not reasonable at all. Not even a crime, yeah. Well, this right here, this is where they say the property line is. You see this line right here? And it's the property line to the county, right? But this is the line that they were trying to push us over yesterday. The police were saying, if you step over that line, he actually whispered it to me. He said, if you step over that line, I'm taking you to jail. He like whispered it in my ear. Very weird. I'm gonna let this run for a while and see what happens. And I might get verbal with them in a little bit. Thank you, Becky O. Haha, Dr. Douche. Yeah. Whisper. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much they can do. Can't do anything, really. That lady was here yesterday. Seriously malfunctioned. That's pretty funny. Yeah. I have been known to be an armchair lawyer. So we have one person who drove into the drove-in testing site. They're like right over here. I'll show you the little back. See, now he's talking to this guy. He's telling him that he has to be on the other side of the sign. This guy in the blue over here, right here, the security just approached him and said, hey, you got to be in the little queue. You got to be in the little line. Thank you, Becky O. Yeah, about being an armchair lawyer, that's a good point. The law is very confusing, and I've been wrong a lot. I have no real interest in being a lawyer, but you do need to try to learn as much as you can if you're going to be out here filming and you're going to be dealing with stuff like this. Now, I could walk right up to this tent. So, we got 1, 2. We have these people sitting in their car. It's like a whole family. It's a father and looks like a daughter or a wife. There's 3 or 4 people in the car, including children, and they're just sitting there waiting. See over here, he's telling these people on the sidewalk. He's giving them some directions, and inside here, there's like 4 or 5 people milling around. There was more than that, but as soon as I got here, they ran in the back there. So they instruct the people who drive up to keep their windows up. On the phone right there. As many of you probably know who watch audits, people, there we go, look at that, more screens, perfect. Create the privacy you desire or that's needed. Yeah, if you guys want to hide, you can put them right there, that'd be good. This lady wanted my civil rights violated yesterday. I told her, I asked her if that's what she was in for. She said nothing. I think this person wanted my civil rights violated the other day as well. Of course, these are county workers, these are government workers. I'll put out the videos of the polyclinic and you'll see they acted totally different and professional. Somebody put this guy's name in the chat, he has a name badge right there. I don't think I got it. Yeah. So they just blocked off this tent right here. There's nothing in there. There's no people in there. Now, I want to point something out to you guys. If you haven't noticed it, this is where all the staff members are. So the other day, they said they were trying to protect the privacy of patients. But if you notice that they're not doing that at all, they're just trying to protect the privacy of the public employees. They didn't put anything in front of these people's car over here. They didn't put any screens up over there on the lines where the actual patients would go. It's just them. Please put on a mask if you have it. It can really multiply and make you sick. Some auditors have harassed nurses like they are responsible. You mean like responsible for the pandemic? You know, I did wear a mask for like the very first day for about a half a day, and after that I didn't. I would talk to these people in the car and tell them that I mean them no harm, they have no intention of like revealing their personal information or anything like this, but they rolled up their windows, and so I'm not gonna go and approach the car. I went to see if the window was down. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my camera now. I'm gonna walk over to where the people are coming in from the line. This is the guy who said the Constitution was invalid because of COVID-19, the fat guy. The skinny guy's the one who got real mad when I told him his ancestors were spinning in their graves. Truth hurts, you know. This guy's telling him to cut it off, don't engage.
Absolutely.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
You're a smart man. All these people were desperate to violate civil rights 2 days ago. Desperate. They called the police to do it. See those feet? They're dancing.
What you doing this for?
Well, I was here the other day,
Oh.
and I walked up and I filmed from the.
I don't want to be filmed, but that's okay. That's my right. You talk about civil rights. That's my right, right?
Which civil right is it?
I do not want to be filmed.
Which civil right
It's
is
my
it?
own personal civil right.
Your own
My
personal
own-
civil
we all
rights?
have human rights. We have common rights, right? We have common law, right? So I have
Yeah, sure.
I have command over my own person. That's correct.
Right, but you don't have command
Right.
over me.
But I'm asking you as a brother, would you not film me?
I might.
Huh?
I might.
I'm gonna ask you as a brother, would you not film me?
I might stop if you remain civil.
Huh?
I might stop
I'm
filming you if
I'm
you remain
100%.
civil.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm 100% civil. I was born civil. In my human, natural man, I was born civil.
You want me to answer your question?
Nope.
You asked me a question. Did you want me to answer?
I would like for you to stop filming me as a brother.
I just want to show you guys real quick. This guy he came up and he's like super close to me. Came up within about 1 foot of me.
Absolutely.
He's trying to stand behind me.
Yep. I am. Because I care about you and I care about them. That's why I came up with
You care about me during a pandemic, so you came to stand 1 foot away from me.
Yeah, but you're doing the same thing.
No.
You just walked up on them.
Yeah, but I kept my
you were
distance.
No, your film is playing. Your video is playing a game. You were very close to them. You were within 3 feet.
No, I wasn't. It's all on camera, man.
It's not on camera. The camera can do anything.
The camera can do anything?
It can.
The camera records an objective record.
I know you're good at what you do, buddy.
I'd be happy to answer your question and tell you what
You're
happened,
doing the
man.
wrong thing.
Yeah, listen to your masters.
You're doing a bad thing.
You won't do nothing, coward.
I'm good.
Yeah, get out of here. You're dismissed, man.
I'm good.
Y'all are dismissed. Soon your masters are going to come out and tell you to go over there.
We all have the same master.
Oh, who's that?
We all have the same master.
You can't say who it is, though, huh?
It's the creator.
Hey, don't say that, guys. That's not.
It is the creator.
Oh, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the internet.
It's the creator. That's all of our master. All the rest of this is just a game. And that's why you're out here to expose the game. Is that correct?
Well, a couple days ago.
I know I did. I know I just answered the right question because you just stuttered.
Right. So you're afraid of my answer? Is that why you want to cut me off?
I'm not afraid of anything.
You want me to answer you?
Go ahead.
A couple days ago, I came out here, and we walked up. Well, actually, I
heard about it.
Let me rewind a little bit. Someone sent me an email a day before that. I'll publish the email when I publish the video. They said that the security guards here and some of the staff were rude to people walking in this line, and they.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I'm not saying it's true, but there you go.
I'm good. I want to talk to you.
Sure.
Because I believe in you.
Well, let me tell you what, man. If you watch this video when it comes out, not this video, but the one that happened before, you'll see that this big guy right here, he walked all the way from over here to over there. Across the alley, I was against the wall to talk to me.
But you guys said something.
What I said is, I'm going to be here for just a couple minutes.
Somebody was saying some bad stuff. That's what I heard. Because they came in. They came in and told me. And I just told them, just ignore the situation because, we're better than that. We can treat each other better than that. And we're going to make mistakes. We're human beings, but we're actually here to learn from one another.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree.
It takes time. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, people are having a rough time with communication because there's a lot of sensitivity that's going around with this whole thing going on, but also with our patients. We don't just treat regular patients, we treat,
of course,
people that need us.
I know exactly who you treat.
So people are a little bit overprotective.
You know what? I'm a patient.
Are you?
Yeah. Okay. So, listen, someone sent me an email.
Gotcha.
They told me that they were being mistreated. I don't know if it's true or not. Okay.
They might have had a situation.
Okay. So
for the most part, I would say this is the best place that I've ever worked in my entire health career, and I know that people treat people with tremendous kindness.
Well, I hope so.
And
I could tell you seem like a good representative.
So off of one email,
right?
You gotta be careful with that one.
Exactly. That's why I came down here, and I stood against that wall, like I was saying, and I was talking to the video, like I was doing before you came up, and I was saying, nothing's here. There was no patients, and I said, I think I'm just going to be here for a couple minutes. We'll see if anybody comes up. We'll see how many workers are working. This guy comes up. He tells me the Constitution is invalid because of coronavirus and it doesn't apply. He starts talking about civil rights that don't exist, the right to privacy in public, specifically. Of course, that doesn't exist, right?
No, I know.
Right. So
that's why I switched up my question to you. Right.
So he was very concerned with rights that don't exist, but he wasn't concerned at all with rights that do exist. He asked me to stop filming. I told him I would just be here a little bit and I would be on my way. That wasn't good enough for him. They called 911. 911 responded. They responded 6 or 7 police officers.
Can't get a better deal than I did today.
I think
They responded 6 or 7 police officers here. They tried to initiate physical conflict
Well, the 67 was just probably the police reacting to how they were going to react in this area.
That's how they responded to a report of a constitutional right being exercised in public.
But no, that's not how they responded.
No, it is. That's what was reported. Constitutional rights in public.
67 is because of what has gone on here.
They're supposed to be understaffed.
Hmm?
The department's supposed to be understaffed.
Not in this area, they won't be, because we had 3 shootings in the midst of 2 months here.
Mm-hmm.
Not even 2 months. In the midst of 3 weeks, we had 4 or 5, whatever, 3 shootings. Excuse me, 3 shootings.
Like in this neighborhood.
Yeah, and so they're super hypersensitive or whatever, just like you coming up on the property or around the property.
This is a camera, man. This isn't going to shoot anybody.
But you know what? Come on. It's intimidating.
The camera?
Everything.
Let me tell you something, man. When I came here, I didn't approach anyone. I didn't approach anyone.
But you look like a guy that not only knows law, but you also know privacy law, too.
Well, I know what
right?
I need to know to do this.
But you know privacy law, too, correct?
Well, yeah. I know about HIPAA. I know about this kind of stuff, if that's what you're talking about.
I'm talking about our own privacy, like the Privacy Act and all that particular stuff. And so, yeah, there are laws that drive us as human beings, but there are some unspoken laws that we should both abide by one another.
For example?
And it has to be. It doesn't have to be like written. It has to be like, yo.
You mean like social conventions?
Like I'm not in the mood today.
Right.
Can you respect that?
Yes, and you know what? You know what?
I'm talking about.
I could have.
I'm talking about those human.
I could have respected it until they called the police to violate my civil rights. I could have respected it until they called the police to violate constitutional rights. It's not okay to violate constitutional rights because of COVID, man.
I'm good. All right, beautiful. All right.
And you know what? Let me just say something else to you, because I'm sorry to talk over you.
No, it's all good.
I made some racial comments to these guys about their
go ahead. I'm listening.
About their ancestors spinning in their graves.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I can do it. I can. It's freedom of speech. It's freedom of expression. And it's true.
But see, you're flipping it around.
It's true.
Huh?
It's the truth.
It's not the truth, because you don't know their ancestors.
Well, I know their ancestors were black. I know that their ancestors.
That's not necessarily true.
Come on, dude.
No. See, there you going. Because of the mindset that you're in.
So you're telling me that your parents aren't black?
I'm not saying that.
Of course.
But your parents are black.
Okay.
There you go.
Right.
But my parents doesn't necessarily have to be black. Could have been 2 albinos.
No, but what I'm telling you
My
is
parents could have been 2 albinos,
the comments.
And their parents could have been 2 albinos.
The comments that I made to these guys, they're not racial in the sense of.
They were racial.
No, I'm saying they're not racial in the sense of attacking.
They were racial in attacking.
No.
And you have no understanding of what you're talking about.
Okay, they're creating the privacy they desire.
But
see, they're putting up the shield right here. I just want to show the viewers,
they've seen enough.
No.
They've seen enough. Come on, how much more can you see?
Thousands of people are going to see this video, man.
What is he going to do?
Well, people are really concerned about rights being taken away in this country, about rights being violated by the police, about rights being violated because of COVID.
Individuals have to take it upon themselves to just live a different way. Like we've been doing this thing in our world, in our society. We've been doing the same thing. Einstein says what? Repeat the same behavior, expect a different result is insanity.
Insanity, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's what we've been doing.
So what you're saying is we need to change the Constitution, we need to get rid of it, we need to get rid of freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of assembly.
We don't need to do all of that.
That's what you wanted to do yesterday.
Who's you?
These guys. Everyone who works in this
That's
clinic.
not what they wanted to do. You're drawing conclusions. They just wanted you to stop filming.
That's what I just said.
That's it.
That's what I just said.
That's not what you said.
It is.
No, you're taking that.
Filming out here.
You're trying to make a bigger situation out of it.
I'm trying to make a bigger situation.
Absolutely. That's why you're filming, to make a bigger situation out of this.
You're going to eat your words when the video comes out, man.
No.
You will. You will. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I came here, I didn't approach anyone. I didn't speak to anyone. I planned to be here for 5 minutes. I told them my intentions. It wasn't good enough, man. It wasn't good enough. They said, you need to waive your civil rights or we're going to call the police to make you do it. That's the facts. That's the facts, okay? And
I wasn't.
and the racial comments that I was making to these guys are based on those facts. They're not based on
What facts are you talking about?
the facts that I just told you.
What facts are those?
The facts that I just told you.
What facts are those?
That I came here, I approached no one,
But I'm
I
talking
spoke
about-
to no one, I filmed no patients.
Answer this. What reason did you have to make those racial comments?
The reason is because when a group of black people come up to you and
Hold
are
on. See, that's the problem. We just people.
okay,
See, that's what. So
Sure,
Make
I'll-
sure that's in your video too.
I'll rephrase it for
No,
you.
make sure that's in your video too. If you don't put that in your video,
This is live on the internet, man. I can't take it out of the video.
okay.
This
It's
is live on the internet right now.
But we're brothers, man. That's the whole problem. That's why we have this whole problem.
I
with the
have
whole world, 'cause
I have
you
no
black.
hatred for you. I have no hatred because
What would cause you to make racial comments?
well, I'm trying to tell you,
I don't
but
even understand why you would make those racial comments. It's
Well,
much deeper than what you. Even
you don't understand because every time you ask me to explain it, you interrupt me because you don't want to hear the answer.
I'm listening. I'm sorry. I apologize.
The comments are based on the facts that I just told you. When a group of people come up to you and they're people with black skin or brown skin or whatever skin they have, right?
It's not
But
about whatever skin they have, because you said black in the beginning.
right,
So it's not whatever.
what I'm saying is it could be any color.
Come on, I'm listening.
In this case, it happened to be a group of black men.
Come on. Don't clean it up. Just come on. Tell me. You trying to clean it up. I'm listening. Come on.
You're forcing me to clean it
No,
up
I'm not.
because you won't let me
No,
speak.
Because it needs to be clean. Because if it didn't need to be clean, you wouldn't try to clean it. You're smart enough than that to bypass all that stuff.
Well, long story short, I'm not going to keep going about it, but long story short, the irony is much thicker. If I was approached by a group of white women and they were telling me, you're not allowed to do this, the Constitution doesn't apply here, civil rights don't apply here because of COVID, that would not be right. That would be them trying to violate civil rights. If they called the police, it would be the same thing that these guys did.
Yeah, but that's
but
not
when
what
it's
happened.
these guys, right, the irony is a little thicker.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? It's a little more potent because there's such a recent history of racial discrimination and Jim Crow and people fighting for their civil rights. And so you're approached by these guys over here.
But nobody knows the civil rights. They
No
don't.
one,
They-
no
they
kidding.
don't.
This guy only
They
cared
don't.
about civil rights that he made up.
But you don't even know what they are.
I do.
No, you don't.
I
You know
do.
what you read and what they wrote down for you to read.
Well, I know the Bill of
That's about
Rights.
it. You just know what they wrote down for you to read. That's
Okay.
about it. But
Yeah.
those aren't the rules and the laws, because if those were
That
the rules
is
and
the
laws,
rules and the laws, man.
Because if people were able to abide by these rules and laws, and they would get a benefit from them. That's how I know that they're not the rules and the laws. Because when people abide by them, the things don't happen like they want them to happen.
What do you mean?
Huh? I'm just saying, what I'm saying is this, is that there are, you know as well as I know, that there are rules and guidelines for people that walk around the streets, and there's other rules and guidelines that, for whatever, corporations or whatever it is.
Right.
And so those
But one's our policies and one's our laws. You know what I mean?
there's a rules, man. You gotta understand that those are rules. Those aren't laws. The only laws
So-
are natural laws.
So I totally
That's
agree.
it.
I totally agree. And our Constitution is based on recognizing natural law and
There we go. See?
importing that
You knew
into
what I
the
was
law.
talking about when I came up to you in the first place.
Yes, I know
You
what you're
knew I
talking
knew
about.
a little bit of something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
And I wanted to talk to you yesterday is that I just want you to.
Were you
respect-
inside yesterday?
Yeah. But I just wanted you to respect, and that's why I didn't want to be on camera. It's not that I'm trying to attack you, I'm trying to do anything like that. It's just the fact that I want us to start treating each other better, right? And just because somebody does something bad to you doesn't give you. You shouldn't be in the mind. We should be more involved in that. To want to turn around and say, "Well, I'm going to get you now. I'm going to show you now.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the irony because you got me. I'm going to get you." Man, look, no way. That's not the way to go. We're supposed to be modeling for each other.
Right.
Slowly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So somewhere we have to have more compassion. When we wake up in the morning, we should have more compassion than we did yesterday. Today than we did yesterday.
Right. But
And that's
the
what-
people that work here, they had no compassion. They had no compassion for me. They told me this is a dangerous. Hey man, let me tell you
Yes,
something.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They told me
Yes, sir.
this is a dangerous site. That there's all this contamination. You could get sick.
Is that what they told you?
A woman in a pantsuit
Uh-huh.
came out from this place. She looked like she was maybe like an administrator or something, somebody higher up in the clinic. She put her phone 1 inch from my face. She stood 1 foot away from me.
Because they were threatened.
That's not okay, man. The people here, this is the woman who I was talking about.
Here, I wanted to share with you numbers and names of our communication specialists. If you want more information about the work that we're doing, you're more than welcome to call them. Here you go. Thank you.
This was the woman who put her phone in my face, 1 inch from my face yesterday.
I was just talking about being a better human. See, being a better human is not making another human look bad. It's being able to say, hey, I know.
This is an objective record. It doesn't make anyone look like anything. It makes me.
But your commentary does.
The commentary is the truth.
No, it's not the truth.
It is. She came up. She put her phone 1 inch from my face.
The truth.
She called the police to violate. Look, now she's waving with pride
the truth,
as I'm saying it.
Just chill out. The truth.
Chill out, man. How can you say that? These people, they all called the police. They called the police to violate civil rights.
Brother, I've lived a life. I have lived a life, so I know that you can chill out. I have lived a life.
I can chill out, but this woman over here, man, this woman over here is not okay. It's not okay.
If I reacted to being in this body, we wouldn't be talking right now.
You mean being in a black body?
Right. Just being in this body, whatever you want to call it, whatever people see me.
Yeah.
As, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud to be called black or whatever it is. But I'm just saying.
She has a right to her opinion. The police are here now.
I wish we had more time to talk, because I really like your spirit, because I've seen you freeze a couple times, and I know you have a heart.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
But don't say those racial comments. That's not cool, man.
Well, you know.
I'm not affected by it, and so I'm just telling you, as a person that's not connected, don't use those things, man. It's not making anything better.
Gentlemen, Officer Hayes with Seattle Police Department, just so you know you're all being audio being recorded. What's going on today?
Me and him just checked. Yeah. He was on the he did walk on the property, but we we were just having a friendly chat. Okay. Just to let, but he did walk across the property.
As it was told not to.
Is there anything you guys would like done, or?
It's up to she's
This is the King County Public Health Clinic we're at.
How are you doing today, sir?
How are you? I'm doing fine.
I'm doing great.
All these are public employees. This is a public building, and they want me removed.
There's a copy of the consent number.
I think, yeah, we already have it on file. I'm just gonna wait for it.
So what I was just telling this man in the blue about just a minute ago, I'm sure if you're watching this, you know. I was just telling him about it, and now they're here again. They did the same thing, but this time they got, I was going to say they got one officer. You guys had like 6 or 7 officers the other day.
Well, usually we just come to pairs, but it depends on what we're being asked to come to. So,
Well, you're responding to a report of constitutional rights right now.
okay. So, can you tell me what's going on?
I could, but the other day we were here, and we walked up to just document this point, because we got a tip by email that people were being mistreated here, that were going through this line.
Okay.
So people who watch our channels, they reached out and said, like, this happened. So we walked up and we just stayed as far away as we could, and within a very short amount of time, all these people here, the security guards, this lady came out. They said that the Constitution is invalid because of COVID. Civil rights don't apply here. And then they called the police to violate. The police responded 6 or 7 deep. They got in our face. They threatened us. They tried to block our path. They tried to restrict our movement. They whispered in my ear that they were going to put me in jail. And that's obviously unacceptable. Yeah, definitely. And a sergeant came. I requested a sergeant. And the sergeant came, and you know what? He was the biggest asshole of them all. Well, the second biggest asshole. Yeah.
Okay.
The other guy, I wish I could know his name.
Do you mind if I just get your first name so I know who I'm talking to?
I do mind, yeah. I do mind.
Okay.
I do appreciate your demeanor. You seem different than the other officers who responded the other day. I will say that.
Well, I just want this to be a cordial conversation to find out what's going on, and that's why I just asked if there's a name that you would like to go by, so that way we can keep this respectful.
Well, I'm a law-abiding citizen. You could just call me sir.
Okay, sir works. If that makes you feel comfortable, that's what I'll refer to.
That's fine, yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought one of your guys was behind me.
No, it's just him and I for right now. I just want to make sure I got your side of the story correct. You guys were, was it a group or was it just yourself?
No, it was me and another guy.
Okay, you and another guy came here a couple days ago just to check to see and videotape to make sure like nobody was getting mistreated because you read
Well,
that.
let me just wait till this passes because I got 100 people watching this right now. I want them to hear. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you and another gentleman arrived here to check to make sure that you guys heard that there was reports of people being mistreated here. Is that correct?
Yeah, a viewer that watches my channel emailed me and said that the staff and the security were aggressive here with people, and they were just essentially giving me a tip. It happens all the time.
Okay.
So we came here to see this. We didn't even know really about this. You know, we didn't know this was here, but before this tip happened, you know.
Okay.
So we came here and just to basically see it. And I didn't think we were going to catch anything. If you ever are interested in watching the video, you'll see when we walk up, we're like, wow, nobody's here. It's like, we're not going to be able to see anything. Maybe we'll just document and see if there's a line of people or if lots of people are coming in, how many people are staffing the checkpoint. And I even say to the audience, I'm like, yeah, it's probably going to be like 5 minutes here because there's nothing going. I told this guy the same thing.
But I
He
just
didn't
want to make
care.
sure, like, you didn't threaten anybody. You're not.
I wouldn't threaten anyone, no.
Okay.
Okay. Like I told you, man, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I treat everyone I meet with dignity, you know, unless they earn, you know, the opposite.
I got you.
Like your other officers who were here. They were bad, man. They were bad police officers. They were bad,
So I
man.
can't say anything about that.
Well, I'm just telling you,
And I
man.
apologize.
They're going to get you hurt. They're going to get you hurt by acting like that. Thousands of people are going to see them act the way they did. And, you know, people don't like that. This is America,
Okay.
you know.
So now
They
that-
wanted to arrest for the Constitution.
So was that kind of it? What just happened a couple days ago? Was that
Yeah, the police came. They threatened to arrest. The sergeant came, and then the sergeant was an asshole. But then he goes to the 6 officers. He's like, is there a crime being committed here? And the officers are like, well, no. And he's like, why are we here, you know?
Hello, sir. Is there anything I can help you with?
I just bought this and this is my place. I was looking for one of the notes to be on. I'm not from this neighborhood.
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
I'm not from this neighborhood. I was wondering if you guys could find me a deal for
I'm sorry, people listening. The guy is asking for something to eat. Yeah, so that's it, man. The sergeant was like, there's no crimes being committed. Why are we all here? And they all look at each other like, well, we're here to intimidate this guy out of constitutional rights. And then they all drive away. And so now I'm back.
So, sir, can you tell me what happened today?
Yeah, today is essentially the same thing, except for I'm by myself. I came, I sat on the wall, just like I said before. I haven't filmed any patients. I have no interest in that. I have no interest in private information. Of course, you know, that's what they want to hide behind to violate rights, you know, private information.
Okay. 'Cause that's just kind of my concern that when we're arriving here is like, are you deliberately going up and
No.
videotaping people?
No, I don't think my audience would appreciate that. Nor would I if I was driving up to a testing site. I'm not like recording license plates, people's faces, or their private information or anything. You see how they got the umbrella right there? Like I would go up there and like record them. But you know, the thing is that these people here that work here, the county workers and the security, they're hiding behind fake privacy concerns for the patients because they don't want to be on camera. Because they're embarrassed about trying to violate civil rights and calling the police. You should have seen how embarrassed they were after the police all drove away. They realized, did we just call the police to violate constitutional rights? And you know what, man? When people want to violate constitutional rights, you're the first person they think to call. Doesn't that concern you?
It does sound concerning.
Yeah, it does. And man, you are way different than the other officers who responded here, I'll tell you that much. Way different.
Well, you don't seem to be doing anything right now that warrants a crime or anything else, and we're having a cordial conversation, so I feel comfortable with where I am right now.
Well, yeah,
just wanna make sure you're comfortable.
yeah, I also feel comfortable because of your demeanor and because you're respectful. But these other officers who are here, man, you know, the way that they treated us and the way that I've been treated with them before while doing things like this, while filming, it seems weird because then when you guys come up and you guys are all nice and whatnot, or you're nice, it you know, it's hard to treat you guys nicely when you treat us like shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
So this officer has some information
Hey,
for you.
How you doing, sir?
I'm also on your video recording.
All right.
Hey, so, right, exactly what I explained to them. As long as you're on the sidewalk, filming, good to go, expressing your sexual use of your rights, right?
I'm a patient at this clinic.
Oh, okay. Is there anything you were hoping to gain from the clinic today?
What do you mean?
Like, COVID testing? Is that...
No, I just came here to document
Okay.
because they tried to violate civil rights. They called you guys to violate constitutional rights the other day.
Okay.
And
it's not like a report got written then or something like that?
I don't really know. All the police that responded were belligerent and threatening, and they were saying that we couldn't go on the property, the police that responded, and then they tried to force us on the property. Isn't that a weird thing to do? To try to force you on the property?
Here's what I'm going to do.
They whispered in my ear yesterday, "I'm going to arrest you."
Well, I'm not going to whisper in your ear because I'm going to try to maintain social distancing and keep the mask on. If you wouldn't mind, I could grab your name, your contact.
I can't do that because of the principal.
Okay. Gotcha. So, you want nothing done?
I didn't call you guys.
I know, but you said you're having issues with it, but we can't really help you. There's no report to go off of for any sort of paper and documentation for any sort of purposes.
Well, when government workers in a government clinic call the police department to conspire to violate civil rights and constitutional rights, that's something that's dealt with civilly. I mean, you're not going to do anything about.
I'm just going to write a report saying I talked to you and I talked to them, and pretty much everything was peaceful. You were on the sidewalk, they were on their property.
Did you guys know that coercion is a crime? Did you know that coercion was committed against me by these employees and the security and the police yesterday, or 2 days ago?
Well, I'm here trying to offer you an outlet for that. I wasn't there yesterday.
A sergeant came and he told me to shove it up my ass, pretty much.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to tell you that.
Well,
I'm just offering you a route to document it if you would like to do that.
if you guys want to give me a number with a case number on it so I could get your body cam footage or something like this, then I would take it.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I need.
Okay. Can I grab your information so if I do write a report?
I can't give you my information because I want to exercise the principles enumerated in the Bill of Rights, most notably the Fourth Amendment in this case.
So I can't have your information from you?
No, of course not.
Okay.
That's the law.
Well, it's not necessarily law that I can't have your information from you. I'm
Well,
just trying to
the
expedite
Fourth
the
Amendment
process
is
to
the
help
law.
you.
The Constitution is the supreme law of this country.
Yeah, I'm just doing my best because I was called here to document the situation that I was called to.
I understand.
And that's essentially just what I'm
I
trying to do.
don't blame you for asking.
Okay. All right. So you want another from me then?
Just the little card, with your name and the little
Okay.
number that you guys give. I really do appreciate your demeanor. I wish that 6 of you would have responded the other day. You know what I mean? You know what would happen if these guys called you to violate constitutional rights and you showed up and you said, "Hey, I know it's unpopular what this guy's doing and you might not like it, it might hurt your feelings, but we have laws in this country and we have to respect people's constitutional rights. Rights are, in particular, the First Amendment is about unpopular speech. It's not about the weather. You know what I'm saying? That is an advertisement for the Seattle Police Department. This is America. That would be an advertisement for you. But instead, you guys did the opposite. You surrounded, you got in our face, you coerced us, you threatened us. You tried to force us on the property that you told us to stay off of.
There was people always forcing me off the property too the other day, man. Like other night. I swear, I come here just all night last night. And I was up on the shore, this health insurance. And I come like, man, and people fucking violence.
These people?
And then like people like screaming, everything, like keeping me out of nothing, like some trying to arrest.
Hey, so here's all that information for you.
Thank you very
Name,
much.
serial number, incident number. If you ever want a copy of the court info on how to grab it's on the back of the card, okay?
You know, they didn't give me any cards yesterday or anything about that incident. And that's kind of the footage that matters, but I guess I can just get that from time and date or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have really any information for you if I wasn't there. All my information will be logged in that call.
Why do you behave so much different? Why do you and him behave so much different than the police that responded the other day?
You know, I'm not even sure who responded yesterday. I don't even know if it was Seattle or not.
No, it was Seattle Police Department, yeah.
Yeah.
There was 6 or 7 of them. There was a sergeant.
You know, everybody's different, right? So.
Well, I mean,
I don't know what.
if you're a police officer, you got to abide by the law. You got to respect the laws.
Oh, yeah.
You can't be trying to intimidate
That's why we're out
citizens.
here. So I'm just gonna grab them or give them a business card just as they requested as well, and then we'll get on our way. Okay?
All right.
So, yeah, unfortunately, people are a little staffing.
Hey, Rights, what's up, man? Sorry, I haven't been reading the chat at all, everyone. So, I really wish I would have put the video up for you guys to see so you could contrast, you know, what this is a follow-up to. Eventually, I'll put out that video and you guys can see what transpired the day before, and you can see the police that responded. And you can see how these guys are much different than the other officers. Two unicorn police officers. The card. Let me try to find the card rights. Yeah, man. If you want to see, let me get away from this officer real quick so I can give you the info. If you want to see what happened the other day, you'll have to go to Auditing the USA's channel. He has a live stream. It's not going to show you what happened from the very beginning because he started live streaming like halfway through, or, you know, like a third of the way through. But when I put up my video, I was recording the whole time, and so you'll be able to see what transpired from the very beginning, and you'll be able to see the police threatening, the police getting in our face. It was honestly insane. Like, they wanted to arrest for constitutional rights. The sergeant came, he didn't care, as I said. I'm gonna try to go through the chat after this. Is this guy gonna get something to eat? Is that what he wanted?
We gave him some information for a shelter so he can get some food, water, shelter.
Well, both of these cops seem good. Or, you know, compared to the officers that were here the other day, these cops are angels. It's because of the camera. They always do. Right on. Pleasant police interaction in Seattle. You know, it's hard for me to be pleasant with these guys because the other officers, they just act so badly, you know. I don't know how many of you guys were here before, but I was telling this guy, like, it's this officer here, it's almost makes me want to mistreat him because the other officers are so bad, you know. And you see this lady over here, the one who stuck her phone in my face, she still wants constitutional rights violated, and she's a government employee. That's all they care about. You know, that's this lady right there. Not the lady in the blue, but the lady behind her. Hey, you guys taking off?
Yeah, we're out here.
All right, appreciate you. Have a nice day. Stay safe, guys. I was just sort of documenting this COVID thing, but more or less I'm following up on the other day. I don't know if you saw what happened like 2 days ago.
Where?
Right here. I was here. Right here.
No, what happened?
I was here 2 days ago, and I came here from a tip about people being mistreated by security, that the security was aggressive or whatnot here with people. And I just came up, I started filming for 1 minute. Security came up, and they essentially said, you know, civil rights aren't allowed here, the Constitution's invalid here because of COVID, and you can't film here, you can't use the First Amendment. I explained it about that it was the First Amendment or whatever. I told them I was just going to be here for a couple minutes. I was real nice and cordial with them. They called 911 as a result. 6 police officers showed up. They engaged in intimidation all in this alleyway for about 6 or 7. And they engaged in intimidation, got in our face, threatened us, whispered threats in my ear. The police, the Seattle Police Department.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And eventually a sergeant came, and the sergeant's like, "Why are we here, guys? Is there a crime being committed?" And they're all looking at each other because, of course, this is the First Amendment.
Of course, there's no crime being committed.
Right, and that's what really pisses them off, is the Constitution. There's no crime.
Just because there's a pandemic doesn't mean the Constitution's on.
Right, so what I have done today is, this is just a follow-up. I'm just returning, stayed over here against the wall, and I'm just essentially filming. You know, they kind of like to pretend as if like I'm trying to expose people's confidential information and stuff like that, which I would never do, of course.
This isn't confidential. I mean, that's confidential, yeah, but people pull
This
up.
isn't confidential, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
When was this? Yesterday? you said?
It was 2 days ago.
2 days ago?
Yeah.
And what time frame?
I would say it was about 11:30. I got here at about 11:30, and I left here at about 12:30. I was here 5 minutes before 911 was called. I never approached anyone. I never spoke to anyone. But I was approached by the people who work in this clinic here. They shoved their phone in my face. They got like 1 inch from me to try to intimidate me.
Crazy. Yeah. I work 11 to 7. So I just got to work a couple hours ago. I didn't even know any of that went down yet.
Well, I'm going to put on the internet if you want to look it up. This is the second version, so
Okay. Yeah.
there's people watching live right now,
Oh, okay.
but they haven't seen the first
Right.
confrontation there.
That's a bit overwhelming. Like, you have 7 patrol guys come up and,
Man, they were horribly unprofessional. It was these guys who just responded here, these cops, they were a 180. They acted totally different.
Oh, good.
They respected the law. They respected my rights, even though it's unpopular, maybe what I'm doing.
Sure, yeah. A lot of people don't like cameras in their face, but,
Well, and I wouldn't put my camera in anyone's face.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But they would.
yeah.
They would. And then they would say that I did it.
Yeah.
They even came up to me and they said, "Hey, we're here working. And how would you like it if someone came up to you while you were working and tried to stop you from working?" Now, I'm here working, and they're coming up to me trying to stop me. I'd never approach them or try to stop them from doing anything, you know? They just accuse me of what they're doing. Let me get out of this guy's way.
I work something. I used to work with Allied, but these guys are Allied guys.
Yeah.
I used to work with those guys, but yeah, it's different. And I work in this Seattle Municipal Tower, so and it's a public building.
I've been in there filming.
Yeah,
The guards were respectful in there.
they were.
They were not knowledgeable. They said it wasn't allowed, but once I explained to them, you know, this is a public building, you know, I'm not going to get any, I'm just doing a tour essentially, like a video tour. And they were kind of like, okay. And then they let it go. You know, they didn't know about the law, but once I just informed them politely, they were like, oh, okay. And they accepted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was this recent? Or
No, it's months and months ago.
I think I saw one of your videos that you came into the municipal tower.
Maybe. But there's other people who do the same type of videos, so it may be them.
Maybe.
You see how they bring the umbrella out here?
What's that for?
It's because they're they're locked into pretending that I'm trying to steal these people's confidential information.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
maybe it's because I was taking pictures of them yesterday.
You were taking pictures?
Yeah.
You know you can go to jail for that.
I got the
Yeah. Well, if you put a camera right here, man, they would hate that.
I take pictures.
So you know about the First Amendment and you believe in American values and things like this, and the Second Amendment. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's it. Because I was taking pictures yesterday. Yeah,
You were taking it from there.
correct. Yep. This is my front yard right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to document things as well and show people what actually is going on. A lot of people don't see this stuff.
So were you concerned about constitutional rights being taken away because of this COVID thing and them using this as an excuse to violate people's?
Not as of yet. So I mean, like the whole charity thing and that kind of thing. I think it's a bit off, but not yet.
Yeah.
I hope that people stick to the Constitution and do the right thing.
Me too. Me too. Well, I hope that's true. I really do hope that's the case. Yeah.
That's journalism. People don't like the truth. They don't like to see it. And they don't want to be exposed and whatever.
Well, I mean, I would, like when this guy came up to me the other day, I was telling him, like, I'll be here for 5 minutes, because I like walked up here after I got this little tip by email, and when I got here, I'm thinking, oh, nothing's gonna happen. These people are gonna be respectful. But I'll tell you one thing before we end this conversation. And the same day, I did 2 more videos. One at the Polyclinic, which is a private hospital, like at the bottom of Capitol Hill, and one at Swedish. Completely opposite results of what you have here with the government. They were respectful. I walked right up to their testing site. They answered questions. It was a totally different experience. Something is wrong with people who work for the government. You know, they don't act normal. They don't act respectful. They feel entitled to violate you. And you could tell, man, the people at the Polyclinic, they wouldn't call the police. They were nice and friendly. They gave me information, not too much. You know, they wanted to hold information back as well, but they were willing to answer a couple questions, and they didn't say that, you know, the Constitution doesn't apply here and things like this. It's only the government that does that.
That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's true. And like you just said, this tower, that's actually a government building, which is kind of ironic.
This is a county building.
Yeah. So
Right, and I was telling the private hospital workers that, I said, you know, if you wanted to eject me from your property, or say, I'm not giving you information, I'm calling the police right now, they will have more right to do it than these people.
Right.
But they don't do it. Only these people do it. Well, to me.
Yeah.
On this day. Well, I appreciate you talking. I appreciate you supporting as well. It takes a kind of an interesting, it takes a good mind to see somebody doing something you might not like or that's controversial, and to still say, well, you know, that's okay. You know, that's lawful, or, you know, it's based on a principle that you value, you know. I don't want to be filmed everywhere I go. Maybe you don't want me to be filming you.
Too bad. We already are.
There's cameras everywhere, man.
There's so many cameras in this city. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So our movements are tracked. We're already tracked.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you're not doing anything wrong. That's what these people don't understand. They're like, we're gonna call the police. You see, they ask you to do something, like do this. And when you say no, they don't know what to do because everyone's kind of sheepish. So the only thing they know how to do is call 911, you know? And they call 911 and then the police come and they're like, do this. And you're like, no. And then they don't know what to do. So the only thing they know how to do is violate, you know? Oh, cute. I love cats. That's a pretty one. I used to have a gray one like that. Russian blue? Nice. She has no, like, want to go out the window.
No, it's funny because there used to be a screen here, and she would climb up the screen, and it fell out. And with her in the screen into the alley, they put came out and got her. So there hasn't been a screen here since she comes up.
Nice. If you want to watch this live stream back to see what happened at the conversations, you can find it right now. It's called Follow-Up COVID-19 or Follow-Up King County COVID-19 Screening or something like this. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah. All right. Well, nice talking to you. Joe. Yep. Nice to meet you. I appreciate you. You too. Sorry, everyone. So you see that not everyone is a sheep. This guy right here, he came. This is the guy I was talking about, the Asian guy sitting down. This is the guy that came out the other day, I think, and I love my cats, but they gave me a corona. I'm sorry for not reading the chat for so long, everyone. I'm gonna sit down here and read the chats again. You'll notice that the lady that came out, she didn't learn anything. She still wanted rights violated, you know? The government have people snitching on each other. They've lost all critical thought. Gotta boost the COVID death numbers. Rice Krispie is not a piece of garbage. He's an amazing freedom fighter. Is someone saying Rice Krispie's a piece of garbage? People will say something about anything, you know? So we've been live now for 78 minutes. I planned on staying here an hour. Excuse me. I'm gonna stay here for maybe 10 more minutes just to prove my point, and then I'm gonna be on my way. Maybe I'll find something else. Right says, I'd rather they say it about me than someone else who doesn't deserve it. Yeah. The mayor of Chicago believes she's above the lockdown rules because she needs her hair done, but the rest of the world should be arrested. Nobody's here. Thank you, Becky O. You know, I'm really sorry to do this whole follow-up for you guys and not have the original video up, but I just haven't had time to put it together. The footage that I took a couple days ago, Zombie, hello. You should see my latest video. It's a hot mess. I will watch it. The video that I shot the other day is like about 60 minutes long, and I just haven't got around to cutting it down so it's something watchable, you know. And I also took more videos, like I was telling this guy, of the polyclinic and some private places, and you'll see they act totally different, you know. It's people who work for the government that think it's okay to act like this. You get better service at McDonald's. Yo, zombie cops stand for people. All right, I'm gonna go away from this point and circle the block. I'll show you guys a little bit more of Seattle. Those police officers were way more impressive than the others. It's honestly sad. The officers from the other day. It's really sad, man. This guy's doing something interesting. I don't know what. He's lowering this down. I'm lowering this thing down. To this guy. How you doing, man?
Good, how you doing?
Pretty good. Just trolling around with this camera, seeing what I can see.
Hell yeah. Chad, that's good. I can connect it right there. The hose here, all the way up.
This is Cinerama right here. I got this thing plugged in, and so it's kind of making the camera go crazy. This is a really giant theater in Seattle. They play like action movies here. It's a pretty cool place. Shout out to everyone who's in this chat. I'll sit down and look at the chat here in a minute. Thanks for being in here. Shout out to It's Just a Camera. And to Auditing the USA. He was here with me the other day. Writes. Becky, Noli D, Zombie. Hate to miss people. I hate it when people miss me, but Emily. Sound Minds, of course, yes. Sound Minds has been in here since the very beginning of this stream. Sound Minds is one of my very earliest and most consistent supporters, along with Leslie Sylvan. She just put out a great video about thinking positive and keeping a good attitude. Let me switch the camera around so you guys can see me here. All right. So, Rights, are you still in here? I wanted to let you know that I had to cancel my trip to Florida. I tried to get an Airbnb there, and the host messaged me, and she said that they can't book anything for less than 31 days because there's some order. So there just seemed to be like a lot of things lining up telling me not to go. But I am gonna come down to Florida, but just not next week. Maybe in a couple months. It's a beautiful day here today. It's going to be about 77 degrees today, which is about the perfect temperature for me. I got shorts on today. I haven't worn shorts in months and months, but I got them today. No worries. We'll see you when there's time. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I really do want to come down there. I've never been to Florida, and I want to meet you guys as well as the other guys like James Madison. I really like his style a lot. Hello, sir. How you doing? So this is Belltown I'm walking into now. Belltown is kind of like there's lots of clubs and restaurants and homeless. Before I end this stream, or maybe even after I end it, I'm gonna walk back there to try to talk to that doctor. You know, we kind of got off on the wrong foot at first, but he was pretty nice. or he was willing to listen or talk. He was willing to talk. I always got to remember that these are not the same people, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, I guess they are. Some of them are the same people, but... This is 3rd Avenue. 3rd Avenue is like the place to go if you want to buy crack, or if you want to get a rapid bus ride. I gotta go. All right, Rights, thanks for coming in. See you around. Great video recently. I like that that last video that you did. I thought it was really funny with James Madison doing those bullshit translations. He wants your cell phone number. I don't know if you guys seen that, but it's funny. And the post office one before that's really good too. Yeah, they did a good job. Well, I don't know. The cops seem like they did a pretty good job. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna double back and go back to the Amazon spheres, and then I'm gonna end this stream maybe in about 20 minutes. These bikes right here are like litter. They're all over the city. Even if you go down to the water, you can see them like thrown in the water like trash. Just there's lots of red bikes and lots of rainbow flags. Lots of graffiti. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. This is actually pretty active. The city's pretty active right now compared to how it's been like the last week. I mean, it's been a ghost town. You've been really able to see how much homelessness and how much crazy kind of street poverty and things there are down here since this COVID thing happened. You know, with no one at work and the streets empty. Like the only people that are out are the people that don't have homes and the people who are like myself. Although there is a fair amount of like runners and bike riders and stuff like this. This is the Crocodile Cafe. This is a pretty famous spot in Seattle. I might be wrong, but there's a channel based in Seattle called Crispidero, and I think he might work here, but I'm really not sure about that. Crispidero, one word, like CHRISPEDRO, I think. His channel's pretty old and pretty small. Some other auditors in this area that you might want to subscribe to, or some small channels that you might want to subscribe to, is I mean, you know, whenever I try to name stuff, I can never remember what I'm talking about. But let's see. There's Crispidero. There's Emerson ICU. There's News Now Seattle. There's Washington Warrior. There's Taz News Tacoma. Who else? There's Surveyor Raw. There's cameras everywhere. Although I heard he's not doing audits anymore. There's Record America. I think Record America is like the best channel in the city, probably. But I'm obviously biased. I'm walking back up on the health clinic right now. I'm gonna walk by and say goodbye, and I'm gonna walk back down to the Amazon spheres. Here's a giant popsicle. Check this out. See that? That's a giant popsicle. I'm not gonna be sucking on that. I love popsicles though. Really like them a lot. You know, this guy was here the other day, I think, but I'm not gonna talk to that guy. He was a jerk. I came here with my good camera, and I wanted to film and just film the lot and see how many people entered and whatnot, but I decided not to. They're like, oh my God, he stepped on public property again. Yeah, now she's putting her mask on. She had her mask off there. What's that? You're watching me? Oh yeah, nice, thanks. So I'm just gonna say goodbye to these people and I'm gonna go home. Yeah. Yeah, so check out the rest of the videos on my channel. I do like public records requests at DCYF, a whole bunch of different stuff. It's basically tests of public officials and whatnot. Yeah, I was just trying to get my energy out here. I'm just gonna say goodbye to this guy right quick. And you too. I didn't expect to see you. All right, have a nice day, man. Okay, guys, see you in a couple days. See how many more times you call the police to violate constitutional rights. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate the conversation. I love you too. I love you too. See if you can get these guys to stop calling 911 to violate civil rights, man. No, it's not. It's not cool. The lady, the same lady came out and she wanted me violated again. You heard her with your own ears.
That's not cool, right? When we attack each other, and yell at each other, and do these things, those aren't cool. I get it. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
that's legal
But somebody
to yell at someone. What's not legal is to call the police
It's
and ask
not
them to
nice.
violate civil rights.
I don't care about that part. I
That's
care
too
about-
bad, man.
You know what I'm talking about? I care about like me treating you like if you fell down on the ground. It's not legal. It's not illegal for me not to pick you up, but I'm gonna pick you up.
I would pick you
You know
up.
what I'm saying?
I would pick you up.
And that's what I'm saying. Like it's cool to follow rules. I'm not even calling law because we know what law is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's cool to follow rules. But if those rules get you to the point where we start to treat each other bad, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
It's not
right.
Cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got a long ways to go.
Well, I'll be
That's all
back
I
here
got.
and we can work on treating each other better.
I would love to sit down and just chat with you off the film. Just something about your heart. You know what I'm saying? Just
Well,
talking.
Write down my email address if you mean it.
I'm good.
You know?
You know, I'm good.
You got a pen?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, me and this guy got off on the wrong foot a little bit. But you know, I don't have any bad intent toward the people here. But this is a very reasonable guy. We did have a passionate conversation where we disagreed.
You got a website or something like that, brother?
Yeah.
Give me that one. You know, 'cause I don't want you to feel strange or weird because I really I just like to talk to people. I like to learn.
Well,
And I'm not-
no, my email address is is all good. It's anonymous. You could just reach out to me. I'll send you the video.
I'm all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I'm not threatened.
it's 07 17 76. You get that reference, huh? All right. At TUTA.io. A.io. It's an Italian email address. That's why it's a little weird.
I know I am.
You know that one? No. Whenever I tell people, they're like, "What is that?"
A lot of people use it in the.
That's correct. Well,
I get a little. bit
just
flexible.
just TUTA, not the. I don't know if you crossed that part out.
TUT.
Just TUTA.io, but not this. I don't. Not what's before the T there.
Oh,
You see, I see
got-
like a
oh,
little
okay,
thing
I got
before the
you.
T right here.
oh, that's it.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was like another
Oh,
letter.
I got you. So at
TUTA.io.
tuta.io.
Yes, sir.
So that's at, and then that's. Oh.
You see what I mean?
Hello.
Yeah, I just saw a little thing. I
Got
didn't
you.
know.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
Got you. Right on.
And just so you know, lots of people watch my channel, and other people who do this watch my channel, and they'll probably be here to follow up doing the same thing.
Brother,
And
I'm not. I really just wanted. I wanted to talk to you because I'm about making the world a better place. You know what I'm saying? And I know that we all make mistakes. I'm not saying that you made any mistakes. That's not what I'm saying.
oh, I'm sure I did.
But I'm not worried about that. I don't get into those conversations. I just want to serve you and learn how to serve humanity better. That's my whole point.
That's good. And I noticed we were having a little disagreement earlier, or a misunderstanding about, you were talking about natural rights, natural law, and I was talking about like constitutional rights and things. But I do understand what you're talking about,
I know you
and
do.
I appreciate
That's
it.
why I already recognized you.
Yeah.
One brother recognized you.
And the things that I was saying that were racial, I want you to know that the reason I was saying those things is because I'm trying to say, you have to understand, I'm here faced with people who won't listen, who will call the police. They'll call the police again. They'll call the police again and again. That's all they know how to do. Okay? They don't know how to do what you do, what you're doing. And
We got to teach you.
right, but what I'm saying is the reason I was making those comments is because I was trying to deliver a potent message that might resonate with someone personally.
You're probably not somebody dark skinned and somebody light skinned. You probably not get that message across. It's gonna go right over their head.
Oh no, it works,
and,
man.
And it hits them in the butt. You know, I mean, it makes them angry.
Right.
But they're not gonna get the point that you're making.
I think they do get it.
No, they don't get it.
I think they do, man. I think they do. I disagree with you.
I can tell you. I counseled them after, and so maybe they did get it. I'm not gonna say that, but I can tell you.
I mean, don't you think it makes, because let me tell you something. I've actually thought about, I thought long and hard, is this something that I should say when I'm out in the field? Should I talk about, you know, you're a black man desperate to violate civil rights? Don't you see the irony? I thought about saying that, you know.
You could say that, but when you say your ancestors are rolling over the grave, I sent it to
Well, I was angry because they were getting in my face and all this kind of
stuff.
stuff the other day.
I got you, but I'm sharing with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sharing with you. Like maybe you might want to revisit that one. I
All
get
right.
what you're saying. Definitely keep us aware. You know what I'm saying? That hey, here you are, and here this is. Wake up.
Okay.
I got that.
All right. I will
But I
take
know
that under
part over
advisement.
there.
I will take that under advisement and think about
I
that.
know that part over there.
I've
It's like,
talked to
woo-hoo.
people about it. I've talked to people about it. And I said, you know, do you think this is okay in a situation where, you know,
It could be. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not, but I just know that it can close people off, and when they close off, they don't see. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you
Yeah.
need your eyes to see.
I do agree with that.
And so keep on testing it, keep on experimenting with it. I'm not gonna tell you to stop it because again, I'm true to my word and who I am. Is that I'm really about learning. And part of learning is stretching out and experimenting. But I always just continue to do it with the mind of your brother and sister, whatever they may look like. Even though we may not get along, even though people may say, hey, I grew up this way. I grew up hating these people. You know what I'm saying? Like really still do it in the mind of your brother and sister because we're trying to get over this hump as human beings.
Yes.
We still learning each other.
Yes.
We still learning each other. And now we got access to each other all over the globe. And we on this planet together. The creator, whatever anybody believes in, put us all on this planet together and you can't deny it.
Right.
And
I want to get along with it, with everybody here, you know, and
you gotta take care of yourself.
and you know, none of this is about exposing people's personal information, putting these patients on blast. I wouldn't film this little baby over here. You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't film inside these people's windows or anything like this. You know, I would stand against this wall for 8 hours though. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit hard-headed when it comes to that.
Give you footage, whatever. That's cool. I can let whoever know that that's what it is.
Well, I told him that in the first 2 minutes of our conversation, man.
But everybody's not in the same mind space. We're not in the same mind space. Like
I understand, but feelings don't trump rights, man. Feelings don't. They don't trump rights.
It might, in a sense. You know why? Because it's feelings that created Christ.
Well, that's a very deep point right
Yeah,
there.
I know,
Okay.
right? That's what I'm saying. But
You mean we feel that they're important? We feel that they're important, so we want to enshrine them in some way.
We felt that they were important, and we felt a certain way to create them. It's all intertwined together. I'm not saying one's more than the other. Laws are extremely important. The more a person, a human, knows law, like the natural law, the happier they'll be. Not the happier to be to have, fame and money and all these things. The more you'll notice, some of this stuff don't even matter. Because you know that as long as you follow the law, you can take care of it. I've been a lot of different places, seen a lot of different things.
How old are you?
I am older than you.
Really? I mean, 40, 45? Really? Wow.
And so I've experienced certain things, not to say I'm just human like anybody else. But what I've seen that happiness, love, whatever you want is right at your fingertips. But you have to realize, everybody has to realize, you have to be accountable for that. And when you're accountable for that, that means that some things may come and some things may go. And so to be happy, to feel love, it's a simple thing. You can sit under a tree and be happy and be loved. And I know this because I know it in the midst of turmoil in my life. How long I've been.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And the way the universe talks, the way things just move into my life, let me know that there's more to this and everything's gonna be okay. And when I changed that mentality about myself, my whole life is gonna be done. Things I was afraid of, I'm never afraid of. Things that caused me stress, never caused me stress. I never have reached that level of stress in my life.
Yeah.
And that's all I want to do, man. That's why I want to talk to you. I just want to share because I just know that we can be better. And it doesn't mean that you weren't being better.
I know I could be better.
I just want to remind people, you know what I'm saying, that this is an opportunity. Like what went down the other day was an opportunity. He was like, man, you come back, I'm going to talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
But not.
That's good. I'm glad you came out.
Yeah, but I knew I wasn't going to be angry. Because when they came to me, I was like, yo, this guy's chill out. You know what I'm saying? This is where we are. In our development, period. Everybody.
Well, you know what I was telling these cops over here? I was telling the first experience that I had the other day was really bad with the cops. But these cops were law-abiding.
Yeah.
They respected the law. They respected my rights. But it's just that the way I look at it is when I first came out here, not today, but the other day. When I first came out here today, I felt already aggrieved from the other day. But when I look at it the very first time, I walk into it and I think, I'm gonna make an advertisement for the county. That's what I'm doing. This is gonna be an advertisement for the county, and this guy, maybe it didn't happen, but maybe you would come out and you'd be like, oh yeah, this is how you do the process. This video will be 5 or 6 minutes, and it will be like, an advertisement for the county. That's how I try to do it, but it almost never happens. It almost never happens like that. Although I did do 2 other videos the same day at private hospitals, and I was treated with respect. I was able to walk up to the screening point at the polyclinic over here. They answered questions. They didn't threaten to call the police. You'll see the video, what happened here, and you'll see what happened at the polyclinic. Now I'm gonna tell you, like I told everybody else, the major difference is this is the government. And the other one's a private hospital. I did one at Swedish too. Respectful, informative, no threats, no saying the Constitution it does not apply. There's something about the government, man.
Yeah.
There's something about it.
It's part of it. But I would say too, like, what about? I know I'm being filmed. I love it.
Well, you look good on film. You have nothing to worry about.
Well, I know.
Like I said, you would be the advertisement.
But I would say that the other part is there's another caveat that you can throw in there, and I know because I've been here for a little while. And the other caveat is just the level of risk of our patients. And so you have a lot more overprotection. You can't just
A lot more risk, you
another-
said?
Huh?
A lot more risk?
Yeah, we just have high risk patients.
Right, right.
That have risk. That's what we do here.
I've been a patient here.
Yeah, and so it's a little bit overprotective. It's not. I can tell you. I know that this is one of the greatest places that I've worked. Like I said, I've been around the block a couple times. I've had 3 or 4 different careers, and done some pretty cool stuff. And no, these are great people.
Would you tell me one of your other careers?
I was an assistant probation officer.
Probation officer.
I worked with children, child development at-risk children.
I worked with that with
Yeah.
children as well. I used to. Well, I don't want to say the place, but I worked in a clinic in Rainier. I used to be a preschool teacher. You know,
Behavior specialist. I was a substitute teacher.
I've been that as well. Yeah,
I'm a janitor.
I've been a janitor as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, I've been here and I've been a receptionist. Whatever. I've worked clinics.
So what's your like official position now? Like, well, I mean,
I can't have no film. I don't know if I'm a dentist.
Well, I mean,
I'm a dentist.
a dentist? Okay.
That's enough.
All right.
So I'm a what the hell?
That's a good job.
And it's not even for film. I'm just really private about it. I just like to be me. I don't,
I understand.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it's the same thing with me. I gotta kind of be a little bit cautious because a lot of police don't like what I'm doing, and I don't know. You probably do know, but they will try to retaliate against you.
Whenever they decide.
I mean, they will sit outside my house. Yeah.
I would just say, yeah, but yeah, since I've seen them, man, so this place, I've been in dentistry, I've walked away from dentistry, I've come back to dentistry, and no, this is a good place.
Good.
You just have overprotected people, but I probably something to what you're saying, but at the same time, this is a good.
You mean about the government?
Yeah, this is a good place.
Well, I'm telling you, man, I've done hundreds of videos in private and public places. I've been into DCYF offices to do public records requests. I go down to SPD headquarters. As you might have noticed, I'm not afraid of the police. You know what I mean? They're afraid of me. And the main reason they're afraid of me is because I know the law, but they don't. They get by on bullying people and intimidating them. And you can't do that when someone knows the law. I mean, they could arrest me and throw me in a cage, but it wouldn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? I'm educated. They're gonna let me free. You know what I mean? Plus, this is recorded on my lawful activity. There's no, they can't say I did something that I didn't do.
I want more love activity from you, brother. I know you got the lawful down. I just want more. Just pause, do your thing, because that sounds like that's your passion.
You're right about that. You're right.
So that sounds like it's your passion. So do your passion, and then that's all. That's all I really can say, man. That's what I've seen it. It's my passion. I love it. That's my passion.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it rules all things. Money's nothing without the love for it. We just don't know. We don't know ourselves well enough yet. And so you get whisked away by love. You get whisked away by what somebody may project on TV to say we need to buy. What this person has down the street. Or whatever. That's all using. That's all perverting love. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all about the purity of love and seeking that, because that's what drives everything. Every atom, every cell exists on love. A cell attracting has the ending of philia, which means love, which means attraction. Everything functions off of this concept, of togetherness, working together, and then breaking apart and forming something new, something better, something that evolves. But I'm serious about chopping it up with you. Because I can tell when we're talking over there, what I do is, since I've been around and I work with people all my life, because I'm sensitive, I'm hypersensitive, so I can tell when we connected, even in the midst of whatever's going on. Like I'm not caught up in that.
Well, I would open up to you more if I wasn't live on the internet right now. There's things I have to keep confidential.
I just want to chop it up.
I
I'm not trying to get
I
into
absolutely
this.
would.
Yeah.
If you send me an email, I absolutely would do it. I absolutely would.
We can meet some after all this blows over. We can sit closer together and the place is open. I would love to do it.
People are just going to keep coming back here until you guys stop calling the police. if I was here for the 5 minutes and I did like an advertisement or whatever, nobody would ever be back here. They'd be like, well, no reason to go there. They're all professional and, you know, they don't want to violate anyone's rights. But instead, it's the opposite, you know. So people are going to come back. And this woman, you know, you could tell she didn't learn anything from before. She still is asking the police to violate my rights. You see what I'm saying?
We don't all understand like the very intricacies of what's written down in the pieces of paper. And I mean, I understand like you should know as much as you need to know. But sometimes for somebody to put food on their table, you don't know what they take care of at home, and then to have time to thumb through all of the legal papers and
Oh, I
jargon.
know.
I've been around the block.
I wouldn't want to do it except for I have to,
Right.
you know, to protect myself.
Right. And then it's become a passion too a little bit. I know.
Oh, yeah.
I got people. That's why I knew, because I know people that read and do all that stuff, and so I know. And there's things that I do know. Yeah, I love to chop it up with you. I just like people when I feel a connection.
Well, send me an email. Maybe we can meet for coffee or a beer or whatever you drink, you know.
My word is bond.
All right.
Always.
That's fine. I'll respond to you right away.
All right.
All right. My name is Joe.
All right.
You got the elbow,
Yeah,
I got the
yeah.
fist.
I'm trying to
All right.
respect. I'm trying
That's
to
right.
respect.
You know, I've been shaking hands. Don't wear a mask. I don't quarantine. I don't do any of this stuff here. Yeah, all right. All right. Peace, man. Hey, see you, man. Oh, no, that's a nice guy.
That was kind of surreal, like watching, like I just turned it off, but watching these interviews and watching it on like 5.
Yeah, I've done the same thing before. You're like, whoa, this is weird. This is happening.
I got this speaker, so like the sound is like kind of, you know, super loud. Yeah, so
Well, check out some of the other videos and let me know what you think. Maybe leave me a comment. Say, hey, I'm the guy in the window.
I tried to leave a comment, but it says I have to make a channel or
Oh, you just probably got to create an account or something.
something like that.
Yeah, just put your email in with a password. It's probably just, this is like, you know, just standard username, password.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't have like a YouTube account or any of that.
That's probably why, yeah.
I just go on and watch like
Yeah.
that was really cool. Again, I really respected it. I'm glad you kind of saw your point of view. It was like,
Yeah, of course, yeah. Right.
view that, and that's really frustrating. For me, being in the security industry, I've dealt with people like that, where you're just like, you try to reason with them, and they don't want anything to do with it. You're just like, nope. Not
Yeah.
gonna do it. You're just
Do you know like the 5 stages of grief, like when someone dies? They're denial, anger, depression, bargaining, and acceptance. And almost no one can get past denial and anger. They never move to the later stages. You know, they shut off on denial. And you know, even like something like social media, the way you're able to block someone, like social media would be a great tool where you can learn and discourse with people from all over the world. But that little block button right there, you know, it lets you not be able to go through, you know? You just can stop right at anger.
It's funny you say that because
You see yourself on there? No. There you are.
but the whole grief thing is I just got back from Florida a couple months ago, February actually, my brother passed away, so like the whole grief thing, you know, it's like, yeah, there is a denial here, like, because I got that phone call, no, this isn't happening, this is not real. And then you go through that whole thing, right, and then you come back to it, I come back here in Seattle, because I was in Florida, and I have to go back to my life, knowing that
Your brother's gone.
it's past.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're gonna go through all that, those emotions, and just kind of
Yeah.
stay positive. You know, I'm very positive. so much division, there's so much of that, you know, and people aren't doing that, especially with this virus thing going on.
I know.
It's making it worse. It's making it crazy. You know, like the suicidal rates and things like that, domestic violence, all this shit's skyrocketing.
Mental illness, yeah. Yeah.
Like you mentioned when you're walking around, you know, like there's, I go to work, and I go to work around 10:30 at night. There's nobody around. All homeless people.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Very, very noticeable right now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And you can't turn a blind eye to that. You know, it's here. You know, like Seattle's always been notorious for their homeless population. You know, it's gone up through the years since I left here, but now it's like really.
Yes, you do. I was down by the ferry terminal the other day, and it's like Skid Row down there, you know?
Tense garbage.
And bottles of urine and just like piles of trash and human feces. It's sad, man. But it is.
And you know what? I mean, they're not gonna fix that anytime.
I don't think so either.
Possibly. It's just the way Seattle, especially King County, and that, they cater. You can have everything.
Yeah.
You can eat 3 times a day. You get food, you get clothes, you get whatever. Resources out of the game.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they be? Like, this is great.
Yeah. This would be the place to do it. This would be the place to be homeless if you're going to do it, you
I
know?
lived in San Diego for 3 years, and those guys, you know, they had it made.
That'd be even better than here.
Yeah.
It's warm.
They collect cans, they do whatever, people take care of them. It's crazy. Those are buddies.
Yeah. Well, it's nice talking to you, man. I'm going to get on. Appreciate the conversation, and yeah, have a great day.
Always do, my friend.
Have a great life. I'll probably never see you again, but
You never know.
you never know. Yeah, I'm around. If you see a weirdo walking around with a camera, it's probably me, or it could be one of these other weirdos, First Amendment weirdos.
You know what? I have a weirdo too. We blend right in for sure, you know? Like, so that's good.
All right. I see your shirt there is Robert Kennedy.
Oh, yeah.
Let me zoom in on this guy's shirt real quick. Yeah, Kennedy.
All right, man. Well, have a great day. See you later. You too.
Sorry, everyone. I know that's probably a shitload of conversation. I see it went from like 100 people to 30 people. 30 people really like this live stream. So that guy said he was recording from his window. He was recording that place from his window the other day. Right on. Sound Minds, thank you for still being here. I'm gonna go through this live stream when I get a chance, and I'll look at different time points and see who's in here and add some more moderators. Save the Humans. Hello. How are you doing? Save the Humans. That's a great username. Wow. It's been 119 minutes. Sunglasses. Yeah. People make fun of my sunglasses. Oops. Whoops. Just a second. People making fun of my sunglasses. They're like army sunglasses. Go check this guy. It's like a bike shop. Whoop. Whoop. These guys are doing work down there. You know, all those tools and stuff. See all the bikes. Very cool. I wanted to be a bike mechanic in the past. Howdy, PMP News. Hey, PMP News, man, is one of the channels that shared my video. PNP News was one of the first subscribers, or when the to Cameras Everywhere, and he shared my video on his channel and got me, you know, at least a couple hundred, if not 1,000 subscribers. And so I really appreciate that, PNP News. I didn't forget that. I remember when I was putting out those videos, and I'm like, is anyone gonna watch these videos? And nobody was. Nobody was watching my videos until PNP News came. And also the Radical Reactor. I think PNP and the Radical Reactor were the first people that came to Cameras Everywhere and shared my videos. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you guys the Amazon spheres. Tell me what you think of the architecture. A lot of people hate it, but so the spheres. These are all Amazon buildings right here. Filmed a couple audits here at the Amazon spheres, and the security is pretty nice and friendly, although I got kicked out the other day because I just went inside the building. I guess you're not supposed to be in there. Alright. Ex-bootlicker. What's up, ex-bootlicker? I know you've been in here. QT. I've been seeing QT. Okay, let me sit down here for a minute. Love it. Thank you very much, ex-bootlicker. QT, I've been seeing you in my videos. I should probably scroll it on the other way. Save the humans. Very difficult job. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty warm. QT is like herpes. Just when you think it's gone, he's back. That's funny. Yeah, man, I've had a little mouth herpes since I was, a kid. Herpes simplex A, and you get it on your mouth every once in a while. Mine gets triggered by citrus. Or if my immune system gets low, like if I get the flu, and if I got a cold and ate an orange, then I would have a cold sore. So I see there's 35 people here. Should I keep walking around, or should I just end this live stream? Maybe I should just end it. We could walk downtown, but there's not going to be much there. Seattle. The Seattle Lights video. Yeah. Come to the post office. Is it the post office on Union? QT gave me corona. Keep going. Alright, let me just see how much battery I have left here. Hope I don't accidentally end the live stream. I don't even know. I don't know how to see how much battery I have left. Alright, zombie, I'll come down to the post office and I'll meet you real quick. And then I gotta get back home. That would probably take me like 30 minutes to get there and back. How far away am I? It might be too far for that. 3rd and Union. All right, let me just put my other camera away so I don't get any weird shit happening. I'm gonna set you guys down. This is the most epic live stream I've ever done. 126 minutes. This is like my 4th live stream. All right. One last shot of the spheres for people who don't live in Seattle. That's them right there. QT, you're not friendly? You know, what does everyone think of auditing the USA's channel? I know his channel's a little controversial. I've been out with him twice now, filming. He's brought a lot of cops to my channel. He's a pretty nice guy. To me, not to the police. Yeah, it does. There was some stuff on the thing there. Out in the USA is fun. Yeah, he's fun. You know, my parents watch constitutional auditing videos and cop watch videos and, you know, things about American values that they care about. They watch these videos, and I showed them his videos, and, you know, they're older people. They didn't really like it. He was too abrasive for them, and, you know, I defended him for, you know, what it boils down to is no matter what you think about him, if you like him personally or whatever, I'm going to keep on defending him until he starts breaking the law, you know? If he's breaking the law, then I don't think that's okay, you know? If he's not breaking the law and he's engaging in very distasteful speech, even if it's speech that I personally don't like, I'm still going to defend him. I'm going to get a better angle here. Auditing America says it all the time. He says that the First Amendment is about controversial speech. It's about unpopular speech. It's not about the weather. It's not about, you know, being all nice and flowery to everybody. And so that's basically what it is. It's an absolute type of thing.
Imagine the somebody this.
If I see him assault someone or put his hands on a citizen when it's not in self-defense, or I see him do something like this, you know, engage in coercion, try to violate someone's rights, then I won't support him anymore. But if he wants to engage in hate speech on his channel, I'm going to support him. Hate speech is free speech, and there is no way around that. I know a lot of people would like to find a way around that, but unfortunately or fortunately, depending on what you think, you know, there isn't a way around it. Hate speech is free speech, and I hope it stays that way. Going to meet zombie enforcement. Snowflake feelings, opinions, and demands do not supersede rights. That's right. Rights don't end where feelings begin. Rights trump feelings. From the very beginning of Cameras Everywhere, James Madison Audits, or Rights Crispy, from the very beginning of Cameras Everywhere, I was pushing these lines. Rights trump feelings. Rights don't end where feelings begin. And shout out to the resistance. The resistance was in the newspaper using rights don't end where feelings begin. And I don't know if it was the Boston Herald, but he was arrested for... What's that? No, I got no change, man. Yeah. Have a good one, man. I wish I did have some change to give the guy, but I just don't. What was I saying here? The flu doesn't supersede anyone's rights. No shit. No shit. Okay. I should be coming up on zombie enforcement in the next 5 minutes. Let me know if you guys get tired of looking at my ugly face, and I'll switch it back to the front view. YouTube doesn't support free speech. Of course not. Yeah. You know, right now, there's a ongoing legal battle with YouTube. And the question is YouTube a public forum, or is it a private place? You know? And they have special protections from the government because they're looked at, or supposed to be looked at, or in the past wanted to be looked at as a public square. So they want to get the benefits and the protections of being a public square, but they want to act as if they're not. They want to take all the action they can as a private company to limit speech and to suppress opinions they don't like. You know, if you go on one of my channels, or you go to Record America, I'm sure it's the same with anybody, and you click on one of their videos, and let's say you watch the videos all the time, the next video, at least when I watch it, the next videos are not another one of my videos. It goes like to CNN. So if you watch, like, I have a video, the last time I saw that happen was, I have a video called Public Records Fail at the Police Department, where, you know, they want to violate at the police department. And you watch the video, and the next video is CNN. It's ridiculous. CNN would never make a video as good as mine. Cool. Smile, you're on camera. I'm gonna turn it around so you guys can see here. That's not much to see, actually. I'll keep it like this for a minute. 5th and Pine. I have the charger that's charging this phone in my pants because it doesn't really reach in my pocket, and it's super hot, making my belly sweat. See you later, PMP. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for your support since the very beginning. Just teasing. Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with teasing. Some people tell me I need to ban the trolls and stuff on my channel and kick them out. But, you know, I don't want to put him on blast. But I'm almost 100% positive that Brian King, if you know who Brian King is, he has a channel. He talks about auditing. I think he's even done a few himself. I'm pretty sure he was the troll to start with. But what I like to do is I look for something that I can agree with about what the troll is saying, you know, because a lot of times these trolls are your biggest fans, and they watch all your videos. They're like the first there to give a thumbs down. It's all good. If you don't like it, you don't like it, right? But yeah, I like to find something I can agree with, and I've actually sometimes when someone makes a really potent comment and it's anti your channel or anti you, sometimes there's a temptation to want to delete that comment because it strikes home so hard, you know. And whenever I had that sensation, I always tried not to delete the comment and try to be like, well, I probably want to get rid of that comment really badly because there's a grain or an element of truth there that I'm trying to deny. An independent thinker, yeah, like Howard Stern fans. I haven't watched Howard Stern in a while, but I was a fan of his show for a while. My account. So I think IMAO means in my arrogant opinion. Is that right? People hated him, yet they watched him. Yep. And you know, I actually started this channel, Surveyor Raw, because I wanted to be a little bit more raw. The raw part of this channel, it's not a reference to the footage, to like, you know, shooting raw footage. It's more in reference to an attitude, because when I first started Cameras Everywhere and I was doing audits there, I was very nice and cordial with everybody, and people used to say, wait till you did this a couple years, you're gonna turn into an asshole, you know, because you keep getting treated badly by government workers in the public sector, and you are always dealing with members of the public who are rather sheepish. And but anyway, I created this channel to be an alternative to Cameras Everywhere, where I would put my face on camera, where I would talk to the camera, and where I would maybe say something controversial. I never really said anything controversial on Cameras Everywhere. I never showed my face. I never narrated. I never talked to the audience. I never live stream. I started Surveyor Raw to do all those things. And now I'm looking for zombie. Do I ever get death threats? Well, I mean, I get comments, you know, in the comments. And I get emails sometimes. I don't know where zombie is. Maybe he's in the post office. Maybe not. I don't know. Is zombie still in the chat? But yeah, I get threats in the comments, and you know what I get more than anything is I get threats to the police and to the families of police, and I always erase those, you know. I feel bad erasing them, but there is a line. I do let a lot of stuff slide. If you notice, like, let me give you an example. People say the only good cop is a dead cop. That will remain on the channel. But people might say Jonathan McElroy's, who's a police officer in one of my recent videos, he has a wife and kids and they live in Edmonds or something like that. That's not true, but they might say something like that. And you know, if it's any type of doxing like that, I just put that right out, because there's no way to hold a child responsible or someone's wife responsible. I believe in the individual, and I'm not gonna allow women and children to be threatened on this channel. And I won't even allow the police to be threatened on the channel if it's, you know, like a direct threat or someone's offering money or offering an address. I've had people say, I don't know where Zombie is. Hello. I've had people say, hey, I know where this officer hangs out on Sunday. I can give you this officer's church and tell you where he's going to be on Sunday. And you know what it is? It's a threat. It's a threat to execute these officers or to kill them or to do harm to them because they've harmed somebody. And I take that stuff off. If you want to say good cops get bad cops killed, if you want to say the only good cop is a dead cop or something general like that, a lot of people feel like that they're the enemies of America. I certainly feel like that a lot of time, you know. That's going to be left on. So I don't know where Zombie is. I don't see him in the chat anymore. I'm going to circle the block and see if he's around. And if not, I'm going to turn around here. Mind your fucking business. Get a life. You're always sharing a link to a channel that everyone is on. Oh, is there trolls? Trolls, huh? Hi, trolls. I was talking to YouTube and the government, you understand? Message deleted, okay. Oh yeah, so that's probably a good message to mods, you know? You know, if cops come in the chat, or anybody comes in the chat and they say, you know, Surveyor Raw is a fucking asshole. How you guys doing? Good. He's an asshole, or, you know, he's a loser, he's a frauditor, he's on welfare. It's all good. Just leave him in. You know, I don't mind that at all, unless they're just spamming and saying the same shit over and over again. Then you could delete it or kick them out or whatever you got to do, hide them or time them out or whatever you do. But you know, if people are coming in and they're trying to put my address, get their ass out of here. And, you know, I already have enough problems with that. Check this out. Oh man. So this city is freaking under construction, and it is like, these are everywhere. Haven't been facing up, so might not be able to see, but yeah, these are everywhere. Even in the neighborhoods, they're replacing single family homes with giant square buildings with 50 units. Yeah, so essentially what I'm saying is the same principle applies to me, applies to the police. If you want to say I'm an asshole, hey, I'm all good with it. Just like I was saying about auditing the USA. But if you're going to put my address out there, or a cop's address out there, because you want me or you want them to be retaliated against with physical violence, that's not okay. If you want to use the information you get from this video to do physical violence against a certain officer or against me, that's your business. I can't stop you from doing that, but I can get rid of your comments. There's Zombie right there. I see him. I've never met Zombie before. Hi, Acura Amanda. You're here for an epic live stream. Zombie's here. I've seen Zombie actually out and about. Yeah. What's up, man?
I'm down here, you're way over there.
Oh, I came by, but I didn't see you, so I was like, oh, maybe he's around. I'll circle the block.
I'm screen sniping you.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to watch you.
Let me watch myself real quick. I want to see that. There I am.
I'm trying to figure out where you're at, but I'm somewhere, I guess it's delayed here, I guess, somehow.
Yeah, this is Zombie, everyone. Wait, let me show you real quick. This is Zombie. How you doing, man? It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I like that cam you got there. It looks like one of the police cams. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Zombie Enforcement Special Agent. Very cool.
Yeah.
So what are you out doing?
Right now I'm just waiting for a friend to come in, but they're still stuck out in Federal Way, waiting for a bus.
All right. Nice, man. Been on a super long live stream here.
Yeah.
145
The
minutes.
walked you should just stop the bus. They're free.
Yeah, that's true.
From Belltown, that was a.
I like walking though because I spend so much time for cameras everywhere on a video editor, sitting down and stuff that I feel like I need to walk. I'm talking about deleting comments, you know.
Yeah. And that, I mean, if they get threatening and stuff like that, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
And or if they start talking about people's children.
Right.
That's the only thing I think.
Yeah.
Myself.
I can't. I can't tolerate that.
I can't either. And that, I mean, some channels that I mod for, and that they say any trolls.
Yeah.
There's no free speech in my channel.
Yeah.
Free speech is only for to stop the government.
You know, I've actually added someone as a mod before. I'm not sure who it was. It might have been ex-bootlicker.
You modded me.
Yeah, I modded some people and they say, oh, I wouldn't be a good mod. I'm not going to kick anyone out. Like they're not willing to do it. Well, that's fine. I'm fine with that too.
And that, but you definitely need to watch my last video.
Yeah?
You're still trimming.
Oh yeah, I've got you right here. Yep.
What is that a DJI?
It is. It's a number 3.
The 3? And
Yeah.
I've been kind of considering that, but some people told me I should get what's the Z something smooth 4.
Oh, I don't know that one.
And that,
This one was kind of expensive.
oh,
Like,
there we go. Now we're.
oh yeah, you're in a little delay there.
Yeah, I probably bumped the thing in.
Yeah, this one costs about $140, which is on the expensive
Yeah,
end.
139. You got the little tripod thing for it too?
No, I don't. This is just.
No, I mean that goes down here.
No,
For $139.99, you're supposed to get a tripod.
I didn't get it.
Then you paid too much.
Maybe it was less. Maybe it was like more like 120. I'm not sure.
119 for them.
Works pretty good though, you know.
Yep, I'm the only badge that's not a tyrant.
Yeah.
Definitely not a bootlicker.
Yeah.
I can't. If I get down, I ain't getting back up. So I ain't getting down to lick no boots.
Yeah.
And
So did you see the police interaction that I had over there at the were you in the stream when I was just over there at
and
the?
I didn't see that. That must have been after, before I picked up your stream.
Yeah, they called the police. So the police were pretty good though. They came and they did the right thing.
Whispered in your ear though?
No, that was the other day.
Oh, the other day?
Yeah. But yeah, the other day the cops came and they were really bad. Really bad, man.
You want to kill us so we can talk to them?
Yeah. All right, everyone, I'm gonna kill this stream. I'm gonna talk to Zombie. I probably won't.
Nothing totally private, but I mean they'll probably exchange contact information, but and that, but other than that, there's nothing to be hidden.
That's right. So I don't know. I may or may not come back on. So we'll see you guys later. Thank you for being here, and yeah, peace out.